Ladies and gentlemen, lady apes, gentlemen apes, please welcome the one and only trade spotter at Tradespotting, Jamie Curin. Well, Ape Andy respects him very much, and so Ape Andy refers to Jamie also as King Jamie the First. Your Highness, the floor is yours. The trading floor, I mean. Ladies and gentlemen, lady apes, gentlemen apes, please welcome the one and only trade spotter at Tradespotting, Jamie Curin.
Welcome back, folks. Previously, on the greatest story ever told.
We're going to own the biggest company in the fucking world, and we're going to call it whatever the fuck we want. We're going to do whatever the fuck we want, because we're not listening to any of the shit that people put us through in 1998, in 2008, and they're trying to fucking do it again now. And we're not taking it anymore. We're not taking it anymore. We know what you did. We know what you did to our communities. We know what you did to our country. We know you did to our countries. You know what you did to the insurance companies that were supposed to provide for people. We know how you fuck things up now. And you're going to get fucked up. We're going to own the biggest...
So there we have it, chat. There's all the monetization for today's video up the wazoo. Still, it goes to somebody who deserves it. Oh my god, I got a fucking donation myself. Which is probably going to add up to more the ad money than I would have got anyway. So thank you so very much for that. That was really generous. So that introduction from Reddit/u/grilled cheese and scotch. Thank you very much, fellow ape. That was very good of you. Today we'll take a slightly calmer approach to the TA. But don't for one fucking second think we're letting up on these wankers, right? We're not going to liberate. We're going to conquer. We're going to fly our flag in their country. And those trading this with paper hands that wish not to go on that journey, we won't send them. As for the rest of us, what do we expect from each other? To rock their fucking world! To wipe them out if that's what they choose. But our fellow apes are our foremost concern. We don't trade on leverage. We enter not at resistance, but at support. And like we all got from that excellent video, we're not fucking here to take part. We're here to take over. This is our fucking market now. Fucking us up with your stupid, dirty tricks. Not anymore. We know who you are and you know who we are.
Be in no doubt who your fucking nemesis is.
So, into the TA for today. It's rather brief, but the best things in life are simple. We had a big move up. Some people thought that this was the squeeze. As you can see, it's just a trend. It's just a lovely positive trend. We've got quite a zoomed out perspective here on the 4-hour chart log. And we can see the entire picture in front of us. The battlefield, as it were. This fib details our rise up, the fake squeeze. It's very important because it dictates much of people's thoughts going forward. With regards to this fib, if we zoom in and look at the price action, we can see price is springing between the 236 on this fib. It's kept us, so far we're above it, and that it comes in at around, on this particular fib, it comes in at around 150. Now that's very, very positive. Even anything above 136 is very, very positive. And so that fib is very useful for us to gauge where our bings and our bongs might be coming. As somebody messaged me on Instagram earlier today and said, it looks like we're riding the rails. And I thought, fuck yeah, I kind of like that. I don't know about you apes, but I kind of like the idea of a bit of a bumpy ride. Kind of grew up on bumpy rides. So then we move on to the next phase of this analysis that we all lived through and fought through. Some people got an excellent entry here. This fib, oh no, well let's take this fib, sorry, and the drop down here, right? This is an important fib, and a lot of people discount this one because they only measure the retracements on the way up for re-entries. But we're taking an overall picture here, apes. Nobody's going to sneak up on us. And we can see that from this fib, which is also important, we're in and around the 618. That is where all of our recent highs have come, at the 618, also known as the golden pocket, at around 178 up to around 200. So those are that's the turbulent zone that we've been talking about recently. Breaking through there would be absolutely phenomenal. It would also be a death knell for a lot of people who are going short in some extended, now truly actually broken formation here. If that was the impetus for their trade, it is now dead. And if we can break through that zone, those people will be out of our way, and we'll have a different set of market participants in our sights. So as you can see, that very simple technical analysis is already detailing the likely narrative for GME over this period of forced consolidation. Forced because we're not fucking going anywhere, and these people can't get the fucking message. So here's our period of consolidation within those two zones. We've been covering things quite in depth over the TA recently, and sticking with this fib analysis and looking for confluences, which is common in technical analysis when you're using fibs. It's very helpful to do a study in confluence. But I've done one for us here. In the most recent fib, on this most recent thrust, this we drew on in yesterday's stream, you can see that we've come back below the 236 and we've rested on the 382. Now, what does that mean? Well, a lot of people who trade GME also trade crypto. And today there was a huge drop, as most of us will obviously be aware of. In the last week, 47% of the total market cap of crypto, it went down 47% at one point. And there was a lot of liquidity grabbed from, not myself personally, but a lot of people who trade these assets. Now, if you wanted to be aware of that move slightly ahead of time, I hope you'll have been tuning into Rookie Outcrop. If not, now's a good time to do that. Add them to your Monday milk. So we've rested on this 382. So that's quite a positive decision, you know, quite a positive place to be. As we said, being above the 0.5 is positive. That's not all that matters, though. There are other things to consider. And on this journey, there may be dips, right? I think all of us are used to that concept by now. Most of us are steeled to the emotions that you could go through during them. I mean, that was quite a big one from such a high. And could we bear that again? We probably could, you know, we could probably withstand fucking anything at the minute. But yeah, what does it look like from a technical perspective? Well, we have these bigger fibs, don't we? And one of the things we don't want to do is to go back beyond the 236 on this one. So if we can stay above $69, then things are doing incredibly well. On the log chart, on the fib that takes us down, we're miles away from the 236, right? So there you're thinking, like, this is supply lines from here, very easy, right? The logistics for managing these trades, when we put these realistic assumptions ahead of us, it makes it easier to manage our risk, because we don't want any apes getting liquidated. We care about apes, and we don't want market dynamics to go against us. Getting notifications about the camera, but it seems like I'm still here. Hey K-Doc, hey Queen Bee, hey Darren. So I got a good brief glimpse of chat there. Move that over so I can see it more and stay in touch with you in case I'm missing any things. Mark Hutton, fly your flag, dude. Super chatted. Thanks, Mark. That's very generous. Cheers. $20, Tony. Get a pint or two on me, friend. Thank you very much, Tony. 9 minutes ago. Miss Mika Monte. Super chatted. $4.99. Awesome open. Thank you for being you. Thanks so much. And Richard Fortune super chatted yesterday. I think I got everything there. Did I cover that? Yes. So thanks very much. I gave up all of the advertising rates that there in the intro, so every little helps. Thanks very much. But yeah, as it is, we were on the TA, and we had mostly covered our fib analysis that showed that everything's still very, very positive. Like, it is very, very positive, and I could be selling this with a kiss and a bunch of roses, but I'm not here to sell anything to you guys, right? I'm here to tell it like it is, and telling it like it is means if we hold 69 forever, that's incredible. If they can't get us anywhere near 101, that's unbelievable. If they can't do that again, you know, we've got a support we never tested again around 100 and what is the wick on the bottom of that, so that we can all be worst case scenario, right? Plan for the worst. They can't even get us down to, if they can't, right? When you would maybe think they could, you at least would try, right? You would maybe anticipate them trying. If they can't even get us down to test our previous low, right? You know, do you think they've got their cheerleaders out at the minute? This is them fighting for their lives. So that's that, and then, you know, prepare in case anything comes at us, right? Because we've seen today from the crypto markets that anything can happen at any time. We already know that, and it'll happen for absolutely no fucking reason. Sure, we could investigate why, but who gives a fucking shit about why? All that matters is how to plan, how to make sure that it doesn't necessarily damage yourself, okay? And is it good? Is it bad? Do we actually care about good or bad? This is a fight that we are now embodying. We are the good, right? We are the good. And all it takes for badness is for good men to do nothing. And are we doing nothing? Are we? Fuck, we're going to keep calm. That's what we're going to do. So that is the majority of what we'd need to think about today. There are other things that we can put on. For example, our moving averages. And we can see that on the 4 hour, the 200 is coming in here at what would be the lower level of this bing bong area between the 0.5 on this fib here, or as we were talking about earlier, above the 236 on our most dominant fib, yet below the 618 in golden pocket on our retrace off that Fibonacci of that structured move. Pardon my phone going beep. So as we see the 200s coming in here, that'll, if we get down there, that's our ally. And if you could, what you want, you might look at these as supply lines, where plenty of people who trade assets like this and would like to own part of what could potentially be the biggest company in the world, because when you think about it, how many companies have got the base to challenge at the top from starting here and going there? How many companies would you say, oh, in the future I can see them challenging with Amazon? And would you include GME in that number? Well, if you would, you're probably buying at the 200. So think of these as supply lines coming up to support the apes at the front line. Some of us, you know, we did well up here. We're not worried. We've got like flexible position management we can add if things get down. You know, we're effectively on leave, and there's plenty of people in reserve to be called up. See, GME's transition to the online marketplace space will fail. The marketplace space will fail. Well, there you have it, folks. Somebody in chat knows the answer. We're all out here trading this using statistical reliability and due diligence conducted by some of the smartest apes we ever happen to have met. But there's a chap in chat who can not only tell the future, but knows that it's a shit one. Well, there'll always be people giving you both sides of the story, and that's positive, right? Because this is not actually, despite many outward appearances from how committed we are to this, we're not a cult. We're actually a direct line to the truth. And quite frankly, the online marketplace is already oversaturated. All right, it's a pretty good idea. Thank God nobody said that to Shopify a couple of years ago, isn't it? So thank God nobody said it to Amazon just before they did it. Thank God nobody said that to the guys that started eBay. Who might they be? Do we know any of those founders? Have they gone on to achieve anything successful afterwards? Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe the online marketplace is oversaturated. Have you seen the real world marketplace, mate? Seen how over fucking saturated that is? The problem isn't saturation, it's productivity. You know, that is the problem with the world at the minute. That and the corruption of the greed of those in power. Fucking GameStop is the answer. That and 42. Anyway, that's enough attention for trolls. Who else is saying things? Oh, we've got more donations coming in. I'll have to read these. Daniel, $4.99, sending a pint across the pond. Enjoy. Why is my alert box not coming up? Screw you, alert box. You should be up there. Maybe it is coming up and I'm not seeing it. Also, Mark super chatted 5 first likes. I saw that, and then there's one coming in. I see that I don't see on the notifications. Thanks for convincing me to be unreasonable in reasonable land. Space Captain, Space Captain. How you doing, fellow Captain over there? Captain, we're all captains on this journey. There's the alert box. It is working. Text to speech isn't, but then, hey, I can read it out, and I've got a Scottish accent, so that'll be some entertainment for people who haven't heard one in their day to day. Right, so for the people who shorted at 40, do you have a chance of getting out? No, you're probably completely and utterly fucked. Have you done any position management to ensure that you do get out? Because it's very difficult when, in order to do that, you have to add to a fucking short position at these fucking crazy ass tops. You know, you'd be doing it in here. You probably people idiots that shorted it here, right? And there are fucking plenty of them. And if that guy in chat is one of them, then that's dead funny. But let's not pick on anybody in particular, right? If you were shorting it here and you were trying, even with like sensible position management, having completely eaten your own fucking head when you saw it go through any normal stop level, right, with any of these ones, and you saw this bullish engulfing dildo comes flying out of the heavens like Olalua or whatever that asteroid / alien craft was. And you see when that went right up your bum, a lot of idiots that shorted at 40 would have thought like, oh, I'm going to add to my position here, right? Manage their position. And then it went up there. It's like that's a liquidation pump. That's the only thing that takes us out of this period of that. It's people that went short at 40 getting liquidated in and around here. Those idiots, yeah. And the ones that are hanging on by their tooth and nail, they come into videos that are clearly about GME, which would obviously be something you would expect to be. But people who are interested in that would be interested in GME and look at it probably positively. What they do is they look for those videos on YouTube and they come in and they try and act like they're intelligent by saying it's going down, right? And we've seen these people before, right? We've seen them before. And we've got a very good response for them, haven't we, chat? Yes, we do. We've got a very good response for them. And that response is something like... That response is something like, what were these? 19th, 23rd of February. $35 entry and then moon. What was, yeah, I was looking here for something else. So what was that again? It was my video that had a good response to these people. Most of them know what it is. Which video was it? What a legend. Was it this video? Quite possibly.
What makes eToro a better
Ooh,
place
there's a
to
free
trade?
advert for eToro. Fucking,
With eToro,
they're
I
getting
can
an
trade
advert
alone.
on there, but
Hey Kongs, and today's video is a
not
short
from-
interest.
Not my personal. So all those people who said stupid things in chat and all those trolls, like we've got a perfectly good response.
Oh, there's
to
some
them.
things we do not know. But there are also unknown
Ain't nobody got
unknowns.
time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
We kind of like the trolls though, right?
Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop.
Yeah.
Then I thought somebody
Just
was
wanted a cold pop,
barbecuing.
and then these fucking idiots started all this shit. Brought up back feelings from fucking 10, 20 years ago. Why did they need to do that, eh? And then the fucking minions in chat try to give us shit, telling us shit you see on screen there. Ain't nobody got fucking time for that. Fucking, there's your fannies. Looking for a fucking
So if
fanny.
you've got diamond hands, want to stick it to the man, then share this video on Twitter.
Yay, share it on Twitter. Share it fucking everywhere. So, hey, I got another super chat there. I have to read these out. Cuffdam has super chatted $4.99. Live hearing this explained in my own accent. Scottish expletives just added weight to the DD. Have a pizza crunch on me and keep up the great work. Thanks very much. Cuffdam, I'll be having that pizza crunch shortly. Cheers, pal. Rob Rez has super chatted $5. Hedgies are fuck. That's a very popular phrase around this part of town. And then before that we had Space Captain. So thanks very much, everybody. That's very generous. And I see another one. Hedgie, that's fuck. That was Rob Rez. So thanks very much. So there's the response for anyone in chat who starts trying to be a troll. I mean, we're fucking tooled up here. We've got everything we need. Come at me, man. Fucking come at me with your shit. Anyway, we don't need your price predictions, YouTube. We've got perfectly good ones of our own. And we all come up with our own. We're not organized. We just know what to expect from each other. And we happen to like the same stonk. Anyway, yeah, so that's the technical analysis. Let me get over to chat and see how everybody is and how everyone's doing. I've slapped on these. We could probably go through these indicators, right? I've got them here on here, so let's have a wee scooch at them. We'll go down to the 15-minute chart and talk about how the day ended and what we might see in the opening tomorrow. Well, there was blood on the streets in most markets today. Some things took the sort of hit that would knock you back a couple of weeks. As we could see, that recovered this fib for the end of the day. On the 15-minute chart, which makes like about as good as, lasts like as long as it takes to eat a Magnum, right? Your price action expires. Any predictions you make on this are short-lived. So it's very difficult to do that, but we can go over what's happened. You know, that we had this pullback from up here. We were all here when that happened, saying that that was likely. So, I mean, we said here, once it broke through here, it might go on a wee bit. Once it got there, we drew in this fib and said these sort of scenarios were likely, and we predicted, I think we said that you could maybe get in around 162, 163. So some people that were not wanting to wait until lower areas of support, perhaps they were impatient, or perhaps they were just fucking adding here because they want to add it everywhere it goes fucking down. You know, there's plenty of people like that. You know, we're talking about something that for very fair value and giving it a time horizon of 5 to 10 years, you're looking at maybe a couple of grand for the thing, and that's not unreasonable whatsoever. Right? Anyone tells you different, it's just a total fucking idiot. Like, you got time for that? Nah. Even debating it with these people, they're not interested in learning, eh? They only want to slow you down. They don't want to hear the truth. Insert quote here. So, yeah. So, that's enough of the fannies. So we covered this, looking above the sitting above 168. That's like not terrible. It would have been fantastic if we could close the day above 170 every day this week. That would have been like blockbuster, because you know you're sitting above this area, right? You were above all of this. We came through this one test, smashed through it, right? This is a story of a good week, and that you would expect some test of support on the way up. This is a story of strength in retrospect. If you look at things like many of the crypto assets that 10x without even retesting a daily 200 EMA or SMA or either, they're very likely to take a bit of a hit, right? Their version of pumps and dumps are often quite parabolic, which parabolic moves tend to correct. You know, that thrust of a move will tend to correct between 60 and 90%. So we would prefer to have, while it be a bumpy ride all the time, we don't want a violently, desperately scary one, because some apes have not experienced that yet, right? I mean, I'm sure we all will eventually, but building up a degree of fortitude with these many exposures to scary moments will stand us all in good stead. So very positive in that front. Is that another donation? Hedges are fucked. No, it's the same one. Good. Right, caught up with everything there. What did we cover? Oh yeah, no debt. Exactly. I mean, look at the value the fundamentals. That video I showed there earlier, I put underneath it in the description, I think it was that one, all the different ways that you can check the value ratios that people would do to do traditional due diligence when they're making an investment in a value stock, right? They're all there. You know, it's not the extensive and world fucking beating awesome spreadsheet that some people, heroes of ours, have got. I've got my own version of something like that. But another donation. Money a mickle, make a muckle. Money and mickle makes a muckle. Money a mickle makes a muckle. That's pretty good. Oh, it's you again. How you doing, Aaron? That's Aaron from the famous Baldwin family. Thank you very much. Lots of famous people in this chat. Lots of heroes among us. Thank you very much, Aaron. So I can't remember what I was looking about, but it was probably something inspired by an indicator. Was it the EMAs? Was it something else? I can't remember. Anyway, let's move on and look at some more TA. This 15-minute RSI, what are we looking at there? That was there. This was here. That looks like, you know, if this was to become a bottom, that's the price action is not creating a new low. The RSI is creating a new low. But can you compare those two lows to each other, like these ones on the RSI? Not really. You'd have to compare the lows on the chart together. Now, is this a low? No, it's clearly part of this strength of this move, right? Clearly it is. This is your low. And the RSI, where's it at compared to that? It's not lower than it, but the price is significantly fucking higher than that. So while there might be some more action to go to test this concept of have we got strength in and around here, what are apes' purchasing power at these levels? So let's imagine it to be a test. there's nothing to worry about. If anything, like this could come in and give us more of that sprinkles of that bullish divergence that we're getting also very getting a taste for. So that could be very positive, right? But like we say, we're on the 50-minute time frame, so you're not going to really learn much. Let's check that out on the hourly and see what it says. Right, well, obviously a completely different picture, but then you're going on much bigger macro move here. And let's see that actually down to the 0.5 above support. Testing the center line below the EMA. Touch of bearishness there that gave us this kick down. Have I got another donation? Matt Milanese. No, not till squoze. That's quite a challenge. Preserve the animal fury. That's a very good idea, right? there is a case to be made for Matt Milanese's suggestion, even though we've only got halfway through the message. Cultivate your aggression. Exactly. Hone your skills. Become the wolf. If everyone bites, everyone eats. How good is that for a message? Oh my god, I got my first member! Paint by Nate. Welcome to the chimp. Welcome to chimps. Yeah, I've actually set up this membership on the channel. It's like another way to support the channel. So if you fancy joining that, because apparently I was looking through it and you know, YouTube don't allow those certain buttons for certain people to do certain things. So there's one that might work in some places and didn't have it on before. So we'll see how it goes. Thanks very much. Welcome to the family, Paint by Nate. I think you're the first one. Does anything else say about that? Is there other ones of Melanie? No, it doesn't tell me on the notification, so perhaps I've missed it. But it seems to be that we have a pioneer, chaps. Thank you very much, Nate. And again, I've forgotten what I was talking about. So it probably wasn't all that important. It was be looking at this and just seeing if we had any sort of divergence. Well, you can't do divergence until you've put in a low, and we've just gone up to another time frame, so it makes it even harder to say if this would be a low. That would be a silly thing to say. But what do we know when we get here? Well, you know, this is the journey we're all on, right? TA is like that. It's kind of exciting sometimes when you go through the time frames and see people chatting. That's great. Yeah. So what we do see is that we've been caught here by a number of EMAs, which are all in and around the same area. This is lots of different reasons why. Not necessarily orders would be placed here, but paper-handed bitches will be trading in and out of all of this sort of shit. Does it make for a good entry? No, because apes, we like to buy at support. That's why if it ever does get down at these levels again, like around 140, then I'll be getting some more, right? I'll be getting some more at 140 if we get there. Right? It's not huge amounts. I'm not saying Jamie's going to change the fucking world. But I would like to add some more in and around there. Another super chat. Hello from the east coast of Canada. Thanks. Your sweet attitude towards current shenanigans. Thoroughly enjoy the passion. Come on, you moon. Come on, you moon. Thanks very much. East coast of Canada. Used to be part of the same landmass as Scotland. We're all brothers. Another welcome to another chimp. Red Jinjo. Excellent. Thanks very much, buddy. That's great. That's all great. That's all fucking awesome. Pardon my language, yeah. So, I mean, I'm not getting monetized anyway, so unless I cut all that stuff at the start out, which I suppose I could do, but then I lose all the cool stuff in chat. And then nobody will know who I was responding to if they're watching this. And they're like, who's trolling in chat? And they go to see it and that. They won't see it if I cut that stuff out. So I'm in two minds. Spider Monkey! Aaron Baldwin's a Spider Monkey. See, I set these things up a while ago, so when it comes through and says someone's a chimp and someone's a Spider Monkey, I'm like, haha, that's funny, I set up those categories when I was, you know, hi, pardon, what? So, yeah, back onto the charts. Above the 0.382, yeah, so that's awful positive on this one. We've recovered that. It's the early chart, everything looking positive there. That's a nice bounce. We're looking at the EMAs and we're saying, look, it looks like spaghetti junction in there, buddy. Looks like spaghetti. That's not, that's a fib. Don't want to click on that. So the 21, as you can see, I'll just tell you, 21. Oh, I used the 20, so that's good. I thought I had it on the stupid 20. I like the 20 for various reasons. 55, some people use the 50. I mean, it's 5 different, it doesn't make much of a difference, right? Another donation, 69 bucks from Luke Spears. What the frick? Luke, you're very generous. Probably the biggest fan, you and Daniel. Thanks so much, Luke. Put it back to $140, Hedgie. I dare you. Oh, yeah, I've got my thing up when I'm reading it out. Pardon me. Yeah, the 20, the 55, the 100, the 200, and then the 100 and the 200. The 200. Was he your favourite Sesame Street character? Count Dracula? No, Elmo was, closely followed by Kermit, and Miss Piggy was so fucking scary. She was by far the worst. Anyway, yeah, put it back there. I fucking dare you. And like, dude, just go for it. Eh? I mean, it's less of a dare and more of a request, wouldn't it be, for a lot of people? I mean, think about it. Oh, another spider monkey, Andy! Yay! How great! Awesome! Thanks, guys. It's so great to see this stuff. I know. So I get really excited. I don't know how much it is or that. I can't remember what I set up. Eh? I hope I wasn't totally wide about it. That wasn't my intention, but I can't remember. Eh? So, and I quite frequently am a bit of a wido. So I don't know. I'll have to check. But thanks very much for everybody's support. Thank you. Welcome to the fam. So we're at point 382. Yeah, I keep getting distracted and going back to the same thing. The thing that draws my eyes is the fact that we seem to be playing between these fibs. You know, we're plucking the strings of my heart. Or what is that song? Something like that. Anyway, she was a good singer. Right, so everything's fucking not bad, eh? I mean, you could look at this RSI and you could be like, ah, my God, it looks terrible. But actually, you know, you're coming over there, you got your this, you're looking at this, like hitting that center line. Sure, like this, I don't think this is positive. A lot of people would try and sell you on that as positive too. We'll have a look at it, right? Here's the center line. It's very likely it bounces off this EMA when it tests it again and get pushed down further. Right, that's likely to happen. That might translate into this, what we were saying on the 15-minute chart, like a proper test of this previous area. There's no formations to be drawn on this unless you like wedges, right? That might probably turn into one. Nah, can you be bothered with wedges? I can't. Like, you'd be looking all day, right? You look at a wedge. There's 1,000 of them probably on screen at the minute. Queen Bee, welcome to Chimp. Way, thanks very much, Queen Bee. Look at all our new brothers and sisters. Right, so, there's your RSI on the 15 minutes. So, I mean, I sort of looked at that and thought, maybe another test. And then you look at the hourly, you think maybe so as well. 4 hour, do we see anything happening here? Well, we recognise that as a potential head and shoulders. It failed as it was on RSI, and we got our entry on the prices when it came down. But it was like it failed to make a lower low. So it was a very good... it turned into a very good entry for some people. And here we are above the center line. So, like, do you see the picture evolving when we look at the RSI with that 15-minute flux, which might turn into the hourly retest of the slightly lower lows, and then we're looking back to this 4 hour, and we can say, well, it looks like, you know, there's something maybe here. You know, and I could leave that on the chart, but I can't be bothered. People can come back and check my videos in future and say, whoa, he's still getting it right. But this is something loads of people can do dead easy. It'll probably come down and test this line. Maybe it'll happen in and around, like, where this line crosses the oversold or bearish control zone or whatever, you know, this is that area. It probably bounces off that, because why wouldn't it, right? It's already did it twice, and that's how trends happen. So we'll have a look at that when it comes around, which it may well do, apes. We're not fucking scared, though. 12 hours. 12 hours, nah. You're not learning much on this. I don't like spending too much. Going through it looking for confirmations is likely to just give you confirmation bias. I actually would rather see what's actually happening. So now that we're up on these time frames, the 12 hour and so on, it's appropriate to look at things like momentum. So we'll have a wee look at this. And what does that say? Ha! That's fucking nice. I mean, everybody's looking at this, right? You know, like, well, that's what we're looking at, isn't it? You know, so let's see some more tests of this. And let's see this fucking ride continue, right? Fuck yes. I mean, it's brilliant. If you're not selling, right, this is so much fun. If you're worried because your position size is too large, then I'm not going to urge you to take profit, right? Fucking live your own life. But isn't it just a bit obvious that you need money to live? And, like, no one wants you to get liquidated. And I don't want your relationships to break down. And, you know, when you're standing at the fucking till in your local supermarket, and you look over to the guy to your right, and he's like using his card, and he's run out of money or whatever. You're like, are the chance he's going to maybe he'll be in GME, right? And your heart goes out to him, like, stop taking such big dangerous positions, right? Just hold on to it forever, right? If you're really excited, fucking hold on to it for longer. You don't need huge positions, right? And, like, trust me. I mean, don't trust me, because this isn't financial advice, and I never say that often enough, right? Because I think the fact that I'm like expletive deletive constantly makes it obvious that this isn't financial advice. But it fucking could be. Anyway, the point is, you don't take large positions, right? Manage your positions so that your life's fine. You know, and we don't want to have to look over and see a guy not getting his freaking milk because he spent too much money on GME. You know, we want everybody to be like managing things perfectly reasonably, you know. And if you are like a believer, don't get so excited that your enthusiasm takes over your common sense, right? You buy at support, not at resistance. You enter on when things like these sort of indicators say might be a good time to enter, and then that reduces your risk. So if you are underwater, at least it's for less amount of time. Talking about people who've got a long time horizon on their investment here, not people necessarily trade in FDs, right? So I would advocate, because the market mechanics state it so it's positive, that if we all buy shares, right? Like, it's cool having fun with options, but when you're trading GME and you're looking to hold a certain amount, then you want to be holding the shares at the minute, right? That's the way it is. Despite the fact that we had that awesome signal on the volatility, you know, you got a little bit of a play out of that one for the short term, but that HPV thing, that is going to come back to fuck some people seriously. Now, don't discount how important it is just because you haven't seen it cause some earth-shattering move yet, right? It explains a lot of why the upward thrust was as good as it was, that we've just had, right? Which I'm not saying is over, but we expect there to be retests along the way. It takes a while to play out, right? It only comes up once a year, you know. If you're looking for it to flash, and then if everyone to do it, like, I mean, you give it its time to play out, and if you want to see what that is, we could go back over and look at how long that is. But it tends to go up a wee bit when it gets to where it got to, and then down a little bit, even more lower than where it was, right? So perhaps we'll see our prices, it's our company, but they're not. Certainly not our prices. Once the price comes to the end of this period of consolidation, which I would say it's still in, then these things start to break. But before that happens, I expect to see an even another turn or two of the spring and things to tighten. So if you do get drops, like maybe it's a lower higher low, maybe it's lower highs still, and we've got a period of time to work through, but that's fine. We can perfectly fine, right? We can accept that. So 650 viewers in chat, which is great for two reasons. One, because it's staggeringly high, and second, because it hasn't quite reached my quota for inflicting my story of the Dalai Lama on you all, which Aaron Baldwin just asked for, and because he's a member, it stands right out. Native Flight with the rockets. Native Flights are a member. I've missed members because I would have seen that. Awesome, guys. Thanks so much. Nave Chimp just signed up to be a chimp. Let me scroll back through this. Sorry, everybody. But Apple Blossom's a chimp. Oh, Isabel Chanel's a chimp. Sorry, part of me, voice is going crazy. And yeah, so, and like, I don't want to get people FOMO into being chimps here. You know, skipper animation. Welcome to Kong! Boom! Daniel, the Sanj. What is Kong? That might be like well expensive. Thanks, Daniel. Truly are a Kong. I wouldn't put that in there for no reason. So I know you are anyway. Chat, welcome to Daniel. He's got big bags. Thanks for joining, Daniel. Thanks for joining, Julius Miami. What sort of amazing name is that? Welcome to Chimp, Julius Miami. Thanks very much. See, everybody's getting their badges on there. You're all getting badges. Over a certain amount of time, those badges change. I'm not sure if your eyesight is damaged as mine, then you might just see a little squiggle in that picture, but that's a monkey's face. Queen Bee, welcome to Chimp. So I think I've got the most recent ones there. Andy A, yes, so I remember saying Andy, welcome. Native Flight there, so I've covered all that. Brilliant. Oh, there's another one. Ma Chimp Campisi. M.A. Campisi. Hey, Campisi, welcome to Chimp. Thank you very much. Oh my god, it's keep happening. Oh my god, Luke Blossom signed up. Your passion makes diamond long position even harder. Yeah, fucking right. We were talking about this before, right? Diamond's not even fucking good enough. We were fucking... the cold anger that they fucking put us through. Like, that ridiculous range of our emotions that they've put us through over the years has meant that we can get to fucking minus 55,000 Kelvin, right? We can form all sorts of new elements down here. Diamonds doesn't even come close to describing the strength of feeling behind some of us. Cosmic Lightning Warrior, it's you, mate. How's it going? Cosmic Lightning Warrior's got a great channel. It's really fun. You should check it out. He's got like very similar perspective to myself on things, and he's a nice guy. And he's got a lot going for him. I think he's definitely worth a look. So check out Cosmic Diamonds. Cosmic Diamond? What am I saying? I'm getting confused with diamonds and lightning, which are very similar colour, isn't he? Cosmic Lightning Warrior. Check his channel out. He's also on Twitch, and he's good over there. Luke Spears, welcome to Chimp. Welcome, Luke. Luke, you're very generous. Thanks for joining in. Graham, welcome to Chimp. Thanks, Graham. That's great. Great, Graham. Orphan Pipe. Hey, man. Thanks for making that. Was it Daniel made who was it made all the clips? People have made loads of clips, and I don't know how like Alex made one. Loads of people made them, and well, I watched them all night and didn't get any sleep. It was freaking epic, and we saw one at the start of the show. It was bloody brilliant. I loved it. Thanks for joining up, guys. And I think I've covered everybody recently there. I wanted to make sure I said hello to everybody. Welcome. We got another spider monkey. Ches Jacker. Now, there's a new name. I'm porridge poor. Don't be porridge poor, but I'll buy you your closest bar. Look, if you're poor, don't worry about it, buddy. I'm not here to take money off people that are... you don't need to, eh? Don't worry about it like that. Don't ever feel indebted or obligated to me. No. This is a message of this channel, right? We're all the heroes of our own story. Pretty shout out, mate. No problem, Cosmic Warrior. You deserve it, 100%. I would have done it anyway if I just remembered. And there's probably other people I should be shouting out too, but like the guy just donated and he's a really nice guy. So there you go. I love Cosmic Lightning Warrior. Good. Oh, worthy. Well, he would know, and he's a very much an appreciated member of the audience. There is worthy, proper legend. Yeah, so everybody's happy there, right? And you're all talking to each other, I hope, right? Because, like, you know, this is us, right? You don't have to come in here and just look at me. Although, if you want to lurk and just listen to me, that's perfectly acceptable. I've got no problem with anyone. Everybody's welcome, all sorts, shapes and sizes. You'll have seen why we trade. If you haven't, I could put it on, but this isn't the greatest hits episode. This is episode 3, where I wanted everybody to know that despite the fact that sometimes prices can go against us in the short term, we're all going to keep our heads screwed on, you know. And this is partly I feel obligated to deliver this message. Another donation. Bing bong. Orphan Pipe, yo. Thanks very much. You're very generous. I see all the same names keep coming up. It's all amazing. We're all a 1-8 family. Exactly. There he is, the man himself with the words. The words that matter. We're all 1-8 family, and this isn't the greatest hit show, so I'm not going to start putting on why we trade. And but fuck, I do want to. And I'll also No Ape Left Behind, right? I could put all these shows on, right? This is like turning into its own little, like, man, I've watched shit on HBO that isn't as good as this stuff. I'm telling you, no joke. I'm not saying about me personally. I'm saying the narrative that's going on everywhere, because there's shitloads of videos and stuff to watch, you know. And there has been for ages. But we need to up the memes. Apparently, this is like a severe lack of memes, so we're going to have to start getting at work on that. And I've not got fucking 5 minutes spare in each day. So, I don't know. Do you have a Discord? I spend my time on Rocky's Discord because his TA is so freaking good. And then I can contribute a little bits to the message he puts across, which is so very good all overall. So, what is Rocky's there? Can Rocky I think has permissions to post... links, so he can write it in the chat there. We need a Wallace speech part 2. Well, the William Wallace speech is very, very motivating, right? I understand that perspective where people come from. They equate me to William Wallace, or Scottish people find that a little bit kitsch, and we sometimes would maybe go for something like train spotting, sorry, confusing the two. So there's like, there's the different speeches, you know. There's like a couple of speeches, right? There's a couple of speeches, but we had a brief a brief rendition of my version of a speech, a famous speech by Colonel Colin? I'm not sure his name, and I would hate to say it wrong because it does him a bit of disrespect. But there's an excellent movie about the war in Iraq, 10-day war, I think it's called. It's on BBC, and if you've got access to that, you can look it up. Anyway, he gave a very good speech, and I did a little bit of it, a take of it for Apes earlier on in the show, so... just because I was reminded of it by that fucking excellent video, the hype video that's Alex grilled cheese and scotch, which is a absolutely fantastic breakfast. That video he made, where he points out that where there's a bit where Conor McGregor's leathering your boy on the ground, and it just reminded me of the fact that of what we're all about, right? We've all got that spirit that whether you like him or not, right? He's got really good heritage. Whether you like him or not, I think he's a fucking legend, right? I think Conor McGregor is a fucking living legend. The way he goes about, the way he takes his There's confidence in that. I mean, sure, whatever, right? You got your own fan. You can be fans of anyone you like. But I like him, and I like a lot of what he said. You know, we're not here, and a lot of people like back home. I say back home. A lot of people in Ireland will have absolutely been screaming their faces off when we're not here to take part. We're here to take over, because that's the fucking truth. He's not saying it because he's like, I mean, he fucking did it, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Like, whatever else, like, he did do it. And so that's what it is. And it reminded me of that speech, you know, like, and I changed it because we are going to conquer. We're not going to liberate, and we are going to fly our fucking flags in their country. You know, they can take it as a sign of disrespect. Take this as a fucking sign of disrespect. What the fuck sort of attitude is that? Yeah, I'm aware that a lot of people on the side of my trades, and in this particular instance, we're going to rock their fucking world, as that speech that I quoted was saying. So that's that. So there's not that speech, but there are other speeches, and we can do the other one. I mean, like the paper-handed people, right, that choose the electric tin openers. Do you want to? We could have that speech. Fucking paper-handed bastards. Pardon me. That's not. What am I saying? Like, this is not fair, and I don't want to be talking about any about that, because we're all a big family, and some people making like this, like, what might be the wrong mistake at different times. And also, I don't want to be using offensive words all the time. Like, it doesn't really. I don't actually like it, so I'm going to stop doing that now. So welcome to the new, improved, clean clut's more like Jamie. Hi. We could put it on. We could put on the actual. Oh my god, I got another super chat. I'm missing these super chats and that. I'm not very good at this. Tisman. Do you see the beast? Have you got it in your sights? Fuck yes. Paul Dooley, welcome to Chimp. Welcome to Chimps. Bing Bong from Pilgrim Pipe. Right, great. I haven't missed too much. But yeah, Tisman. He's got it. He knows the chat. Do you see the beast? Have you got him in your sights? Whoops.
Treebor, men are a minty bit long.
Shut up, Treebor adverts. Yes, so that's it. Yeah, so you could be choosing to be a paper-handed bitch, which is essentially, you know, choosing this boring humdrum life. You know the lines from Tradespotting, what they're about, right? You know what it was about. If you don't, I'm not going to be able to make it any more clear for you. It was pretty obvious. If you want to choose life and what everyone thought life was before the world changed, choose life, choose a job, choose a career, choose a family, choose a big fucking television, choose washing machine, cars, compact disc players, and electrical tin openers. Choose DIY and wondering who the fuck you are on a Sunday morning. Choose sitting on that couch watching mind-numbing, spirit-crushing game shows, stucking junk food into your mouth. Choose rotting away at the end of it all, pissing your last in a miserable home, nothing more than an embarrassment to the selfish, fucked up brats you spawned to replace yourself. Why the fuck do people choose that anyway? Choose your future, choose life. But why the fuck would we choose that? Why would we choose a thing like that? What's the reasons? We already told you we don't live in reasonable land anymore. We don't need reason. Who needs reason when you've got shares in what will be the biggest company in the world and you're in early? Fucking reason. So that's the choose life speech, but it's like it could be better, because the truth is I'm trying to stay calm, and I've been trying all day to be calm. So we'll get back to that speech, and it'll have different words. And by that stage, you know, maybe people have got rid of the electric fucking can opener. Right, so what else are we going to look at? See all of the people in chat. More! Yes. Well, there's 300 of us still alive. There's a lot of speeches, you know. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of things like... and I was thinking that, you know, what might be a good line in the sand for the Tradespotting channel would be a declaration, you know, the Tradespotting declaration. But there are great examples of Scottish history of that, of declarations to tell you about it. and 701 years ago, in a little place called Arbroath, Scotland started a whole new kind of democracy. With the Declaration of Arbroath. Do you want to hear it, chat? Do you want to hear it? Now, this was a letter that was written to the Pope, so they weren't effing and blinding the whole time. But it's like, yeah, I can't even read the first word without getting emotional. Anyway, there's it's a big letter, right? And it was signed by the people of Scotland. Now, this particular time, it was a fight between enemies that in my mind don't exist anymore, but the reason for it to be written is still very true, and it's still very important to me. And one of the quotes is, as long as but 100 of us remain alive, never will we on any condition be brought under these other people's rule. It is in truth not for glory, nor riches, nor honours that we are fighting, but for freedom, for that alone, which no man gives up, but with their life itself. And if they haven't realized who their nemesis is yet, and what we're putting into this, then they've got no idea what's coming down the tracks. They've got no fucking idea. You know, they think that them getting liquidated is anything other than barely enough. It's only barely enough. Their utter annihilation is only barely enough. Right, so thanks very much, chat. Welcome to Spider Monkey J. Williams. Welcome to everybody who's joined up. It's been an incredible day for that. I didn't expect that to happen. I kind of turned it on because I thought there might not be the right buttons everywhere, and that would give other people an option. You don't have to do all these different things, and I'm not. I never want to be seen to be one of these YouTubers who's doing all of the different things that all of the different YouTubers do. Whatever. I'm not going to like whatever. I am who I am, and it's pretty fucking obvious to anybody who cares to take the time to watch. And I don't make excuses for myself, so that's the way it is. Thanks very much for everybody who's contributing to support the channel. It means loads, really fucking does. So what will we do then? Well, we'll look at TA and we'll talk about something that might happen tomorrow. Well, we'll all be back tomorrow. If you're in for Rocky in the morning, then you'll have noticed what the price action was going to do today, because he said it in the morning. And most of it was like... well, most of the people's minds were caught up on the crypto drop, but... yeah, this wasn't too dramatic. We'd covered most of it yesterday. Rocket covered most of it this morning. You can expect to see some flux in between these levels. There's not all that much other than these fib targets to catch price action. On the 4 hour, you can see that it has done so a number of times at various ones, and cross and back and forth and over the timeline. But the ones you want to be paying attention to are the 236 on our ultimate fib that took us up, and the 618 on the retrace below it. And there's going to be the bings and the bongs between there. These are to be expected. This isn't too exciting. This isn't scary at all. There's loads of reasons to be supported. If we do break below these sort of supports, we've got levels in here at the 382 of that other fib that'll probably catch things, and there'll probably be ridiculously good bullish divergence at that stage. It may be that people crap the pants and that we end up down at the 236, or sorry, that's the 2618 on a different fib, which should also be confluent with the area in and around like the $69-70 area, you know, $60, $69. So there's lots of different reasons why people will get in here, other than the fact that they are representative of areas of support and breakout zones that could easily be retested on the way to an all-time high again. That would just be what you would expect when you're looking for all-time highs. And is this price action distinctly different from this price action? I believe it to be so, and I believe that in time we'll prove it. This is the thesis that the bears are going on. This is more of the same. If you think this is more of the same, I don't know what to tell you guys. If you think this is more of the same, I'll show you what it's more of the same of, right? This is what it's more of the same of. There's a clean log chart Here's it was not even the volume. I like it's more that people are right. It is more of the same. It's more of this, guys. This is it. And like you've got one trend line that matters at the minute, and it's that one. It doesn't want to sit there. Let's look at it on the 12-hour. Oh my God, look at that. And you would expect it to be good on 12-hour. Looks absolutely perfect, actually. So here we are looking at this, you know, and we've not even come near to testing it again the whole time, right? And but yet people are bearish. Why is that? Why? You know, honestly, like I can't understand why. And that's not even touching on those value ratios we mentioned earlier. Like somebody said, zero debt. You know how big of a deal that is? Zero debt. Not only that, but they've got plenty in the treasury. I'm not talking cash, I'm talking about the fact that they've only got 70 million shares. I mean, jeepers creepers. And don't get me doing maths when I'm angry. I think last night when I was saying the maths, I added the 16 billion Apple shares to what that would be at current prices of GME and got to the 32 trillion. And like, if people are looking for us to get to 1.4 quadrillion or whatever it is, market cap, I mean, I'm happy with that. I'll take that. No arguments against that from me. Welcome, Spider Monkey. Advancing Ape. What a fantastic name. Thanks very much for joining. Very welcome to the family. Jay Williams, you're a Spider Monkey, and we've welcomed you, I think, and we've got 2 Spider Monkeys there. That's amazing. This is amazing. Spider Monkeys are the fun ones. Like, they look cool as shit, and they mess around. They're dead cheeky. And I really like the Spider Monkeys. I like all of the monkey family, though. Do you share? Yeah, I've read everything. I've got everything. We've covered everything. I've done all various little speeches, which probably would have constituted some creative inspiration for further videos that I'd hope to put out. You know, I like putting out the static videos. Like a lot of people, more obviously, people tune in to watch the live because like I'm here, I'm there, and you guys are there, and like there's some degree of like, here's another guy talking about GME, and here's his thoughts, and I've got some experience, and it adds value to your own experience, and all the rest of it, yeah. But also there's like the sort of other element of the YouTube thing where I want her to be like, I call them static videos. I'm not sure where I use that term from, or evergreen or whatever, but just ones that people can watch whenever they choose, right? And they'll never get dated or timed or feel like they're from a different time, right? They're for you for whenever you feel like them. Welcome to Chimp. Oh, yo! It's the greatest. The greatest. Or as I like to say in my head, the greatest! Welcome to Tugret. Anyway, sorry. So, yes, what was I talking about? Yes. How much I appreciate all of you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I add value to your own journey on GME. Certainly not trying to do anything but give you the truth. So thanks very much, everybody who tuned in. It's been absolutely fantastic speaking to you all, getting some new guys in the family, covering everything. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss any important things in chat. I'm missing shitloads of things people are saying. Like I assume I am, and I'm hoping you are all like talking to each other. And that wasn't a pro-independence chat earlier, and like I think that Scotland's best friends are England, right? It seems pretty fucking obvious to me, and like I'd just have an argument with anyone who disagreed with that. You know, even people who share my beliefs, like about the political frameworks and whether or not there's a deficit in democracy or not at the minute isn't the point. England and Scotland are brothers. Anyway, and like there's loads of different ways of looking at it. You know how like, I mean, fuck, like, anyway, I'm not going to go over things and definitely not touching on controversial subjects, because this is already controversial as it is, and people will use any other seemingly extreme opinion I have to discredit me in some hope of discrediting the narrative of GME. And I'm not giving you that fucking opportunity. The trolls can fuck off. Like, so that's the way it is. So look at all these amazing people in chat. Am I missing shit? I am. Daniel, I would pay double the Kong membership fee if you created a Sasquatch tier. Well, I'll look into it, Daniel. I'll look into it. Yeah, Daniel's got the big bags chat. What else everyone see? Rocky, the Denwin All-Stars legend. He's talking to each other. Thanks for covering everything there. Finally able to jump on the live. Bing bong. Cachito Valedor. Buenos dias. Bienvenidos. Vamos a Vamos a Luna. Juntos. Vamos a Luna. Right, so rockets for Rocky in the chat there. Thanks so much for Rocky for managing this all. Thanks. Yo, don't sell your kid, Lucas. Don't sell your kid, Lucas. That sounds like pretty straightforward advice. If you need advice like that, probably need all sorts of fucking advice if you need that sort of advice. Imagine having to manage someone like that. But I think that's a good joke. So, Lucas, if it is the Lucas I'm thinking of, I recognise you. And Luke, if that's... We all know who Luke is. So thanks very much. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Loved all you guys. Somebody lived in Edinburgh for a while. You're very lucky. It's one of the best countries. It's not a country. Scotland's one of the best small countries in the world, and Edinburgh is an incredibly beautiful city. Some people call it the Athens of the North, but I don't really think that that's fair, because Athens hasn't got a patch on Edinburgh. Yeah, sure you did shit, but like, then you lost it all, didn't you? Whereas Edinburgh brought the world out of the Dark Ages with the Enlightenment, and things like technical analysis and believing in science and the testable hypothesis, instead of stupid institutions that tell us what to believe, think that they're going to fucking pull the wool over our eyes generation after generation after generation just so they can scoop up money and punish people for being stupid. No fucking danger. We are enlightened. Thanks to the great work of people like David Hume and Adam Smith, we even understand the concepts of capitalism, and we know logical inference, and we're able to apply our own reasoning to get to this level of competence with technical analysis, so we can spot all your dirty fucking tricks, you cheeky bastards. So that is it. That's it. And so, yes, if you lived in Edinburgh, I'm sure you had a nice time. It's also known as Athens of the North, or the Rome of the North, because Edinburgh's got 7 hills. But unlike Rome's 7 hills, our hills are made not just carved by glaciers, but also born from volcanoes. And that lives within all of us, that tectonic heritage. Okay, I love all of you guys, and I don't want to leave. Regarding trolls, you don't believe in allowing other opinions. Oh, it's the same guy again, saying that we don't allow other opinions, chat, because we don't speak to trolls. No, we understand that the narrative of a semi-literate troll will be not to actually to have a meaningful conversation with us, but instead to draw us into a debate of demonstrandum ridiculum, which will end, but it'll take ages to get there, and the only thing we'll achieve is proving that that troll's an idiot, because they'll never accept logic, and then they try to put that narrative back in our face. We not only know that you're a fucking idiot, but we know all of the stupid little games you play, because we figured it out when we were fucking 5 and 6 years old. Yet you're in here pretending that that's intelligent, because your limited intelligence is when it's at max, right? When you're revving the fuck out of it and you're in 5th gear, 6th gear, you're fucking powering down the motorway at the top speed that your tiny brain will allow you to get to. You think it's intelligent to have a stupid fucking debate which isn't actually based on facts. And when we give them to you, instead of taking them on board and being normal and intelligent, instead what you do is you say, oh yeah, but look at this stupid minorly related piece of information, which is entirely a distraction to further your own stupid agenda, which is just to hesitate and delay. Because you can't handle the inevitable, mate. You can't fucking take it. We'll wait till it fucking happens. There'll be no denying it then. And did you not see the other people earlier? Did you take a wee break because you were fucking coming back for more of the same? You absolute tube. Yeah? Ignore the trolls. Fucking eat the trolls. Eat the trolls. You don't know what it's like, eh? Maybe you're used to watching YouTubers like Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star and Charles Twat that speaks to kids. Maybe you're used to that. Maybe that's your level of entertainment. We are apes. This is our company, and we're not going to listen to some tube tell us what to do. We already fucking own it, mate. We already fucking own it. You're about fucking 3 months late with that conversation. Can't handle the fucking truth. Could easily ban this twat, but what's the point, eh? Things like this are fun along the road. Anyway, I love you, chat. And I actually am quite calm. Like, I mean, if you've met Scottish people before, you'll know that this sort of volatility is normal. We're all like this, most of us anyway. And we all fucking get along. So, more power to everybody else. Love yous guys. Love everybody in chat. Thanks so much for joining up and all the support. It means the fucking world. I love all of yous. I've said that about 1,000 times. But I can't say it enough. And you know, when you're streaming and that, like, you might have other things in your life, but it does quite, like, there is aspects to it that are difficult for everybody else, because like it is weird, like having a relationship with somebody else on the internet. I say a relationship, but like, let's not beat about the bush. It is like a relationship, and like, well, you know, I can't see your faces and stuff. I can if you get me on Instagram, right? King Jamie the First. That's FIRST. Everybody knows it now. I've said it so much. And one of the cool things about that is I can see what you look like and what your lives are, and you're all totally normal people, just like me. Apart from a couple of you, which have got shitloads of fucking money. Yeah, so add me on Instagram, be there, and we'll all fucking be friends there as well if you want. I don't make money off it. There's nothing like that happening. And King Jamie the First. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm _Jamie_Curran. I sell. I don't sell fuck all there either. All my deep thoughts are there, like some of which you've heard me shout on stream today, and that a link to that excellent video we watched at the start. And I urge you to all download it and share it on WhatsApp and on Telegram with all your mates. Get that fucking video out there. It's so motivating, hey? Share it with everybody. Download it and share it and pirate it and share the shit out of it. And give it to everyone. I mean, I'd fucking watch that. There was one guy on Reddit who was like, oh, how do I download this so I can listen to it at the gym? I mean, that's brilliant to listen to that at the gym. Or going to the shops. Or doing a poo. Or, you know, walking up some steps, listen to it. Walk down some steps, listen to it. Download it, share it, show it to everybody. It's not got like adverts for me in it, eh? I mean, I'm talking at the start, but it's like GME is what it's about. So download it, share it, do it. Yeah, I love all yous. You're all very generous. I keep saying that, but I suppose you can't say it enough, can you? And it's true that. And then there's a big audience, you know, and when you get a big audience, like this is one of the things, like Rocky and I have started loads of different businesses in our lives, which seem like much longer than they are. But we were actually, and one of them for a while was we were trying to raise money for this big skate park, and we actually got there. We got like a lot more than the money we would have needed, and we were about to get started on the whole thing. We were looking at through it, and we were getting our insurance shit all set up, and we're working out the amount of people we'd expect through the door, and then what sort of insurance levels we would need to make sure that obviously this wasn't some scam, you do it legit in that. And it turned out that based on the number of people we were expecting through the door and the amount of people that get injured the amount of people that would get injured in that kind of environment in a skate park, indoor one, would mean that we'd have at least 3 to 5 ambulances a day with people having serious injuries. And we're like, wait a minute, mate, fucking, do we want to run a business like that? And we're both like, no, we don't. We'd actually much rather run a software business that does these other things and nobody gets hurt. And we did that, and it turned out that it was brilliant, and we helped loads of people. And one of the things we did, one of our businesses, was we set up this, anyway, I can't bother going on about my life and that, and this is supposed to be the end of the stream. It's supposed to be ending, but we set up a business that developed software for charities, so that if you wanted, for example, a mobile app or to improve your IT systems or something, right? These aren't exactly fun jobs, right? We were doing this to like improve the world around us, and we got obviously lots of charities were like, brilliant. These two guys know what they're all about, and they're like turned out more than two of us, and they're offering their services at reduced rates, nearly fucking free, to make things like their charities better. One of the companies worked with was the Citizens Advice Bureau, who are the largest financial charity in Europe, maybe the world, and we helped them made them a budgeting app so that people who didn't have much money could better manage their finances. Why the fuck am I talking about that? Anyway, point being, like, I want people to take care of themselves and take care of their money. That's the point, right? And taking care of your money is only because this channel is very focused on trading. But ultimately, you want to be taking care of your people around you, your family, and your fellow apes. And with that story about skateboarding and like the number of injuries that you are aware when your audience increases, that even though it's like I can't speak directly to every single one of you individually, though as much as I fucking would like to, that I know that there is a big audience there, and within that there'll be people have come from all walks of life, that are all different ages, that are from all over the world. I mean, you could just say it now in chat, like your age, sex, location in chat, and there'll be fucking every possible version of where, who, and what we are, and every fucking one of us is green. And some people, like, they go through difficult things all the time. Like, I read the comments underneath some of the clips that people had made and shared, and that some of them are absolutely heartbreaking. The stories that people have gone through and their families have gone through in these since like the tranches of attacks we've been under. So, no, there's difficult things happening for people all over the fucking place. So, like, I'm aware when there's an audience this big of like 535 people that some people are going through hard things all the time, and other people are having the best days they've had in weeks and months. So, if everybody could just share a little bit of each other's empathy for each other, that'd be fantastic. And then, we can all take our frustrations out on the trolls. You know, feel your frustration, feel your problems, direct your anger at the people that deserve it. Let's look at those places, like 33 GB. I'm going to go, that's Manchester. Love Manchester, got family in Manchester, some of the best family in Manchester. 26, Missouri. I like bananas. Argentina. Right? Argentina. Oregon, 26. Caleb. 23 in Wales. Yo, mate. Yo, it's Vince. It's you. Vin Kane, sorry. I'm not sure if you want the risk infinite loss. Yeah, not sure if anyone wants to risk infinite loss. Am I missing chat here? I am. Look, people have said they're all from all sorts of different places. Birmingham. Look at all these UK viewers. Oh, thank God he's no longer... Lol, somebody, that'll be the troll or something. 26. Motherwell. All right, mate. See, Motherwell is a famous place in Scotland because a lot of the people from Motherwell are actually made out of steel. You know, so, you know, a lot of respect for anyone that's from Motherwell. Don't feed the trolls, eat them. M32 sounds like a motorway, doesn't it? But it's male. That's a very similar type of profile to myself. And he is in... Oops, it's skitted past. It's gone. Anyway, somewhere else. So everybody is from all these... Look at all these different places. 55, 56. Yeah, I know a lot of my viewers are between the ages of 45 and 55. It says it on YouTube. 45 BFE, Tennessee. Oh, so many places I want to go to and haven't been. I'm already old and I wish I was at all of them all the time. I wish I knew friends in every place. I'd love having friends from different places. It's like one of the biggest influences on my life. 34, Quebec, Canada, Texas, Georgia, Sweden. Hey Jamie, do you think one share could be sufficient to set someone up with a modest lifestyle and last a lifetime? One share, do I think it could be sufficient? Possibly, yeah, could possibly be if everything goes as some of us have anticipated. Herzl, yeah, it could be. I mean, I think that one share is nice, right? This is a cultural psych. This is like a moment in our lives that most people don't get in their lives. Most people don't get chances like this. You know, people thought, like imagine you could go back, and people would talk about Microsoft, and you'd have trolls in the chat saying things like, "Oh no, the computer industry is oversaturated," you know, to fannies like that, and then you buy Microsoft, and would that have set you up for life? Well, it would have been really close. One share, maybe not, but you know, I think you should just... I'm not saying I think anyone should do anything. That's not true. I'm saying I think this is a moment in our lives that has dominated... It will dominate for years to come. The narrative, when this is finally played out, isn't going to be something that people forget about, you know. And if you've got a share in GME, like I mean, at the very least, I'd want to hold at least one GME share forever, right? That's regardless of what happens, because this was my fight, you know. Part of this was my fight. Part of it was your fight, right? It's your fight, and whether you like it or not, it is your fight, right? Whether you like it or not, whether you're along on GME or not, it's your fight. You don't know who. If you don't think so, you don't know who your real enemy is. Hey, that's the truth of the matter. You know, GME is just the sword we're using to chop their fucking heads off, right? If you don't know, you know, if you're not interested in GME, then you're probably like not that cool a dude, eh? Or not that sound a lassie, really, if you're not interested in GME. There's a reason it is what it is. There's a reason we are what we are, and there's a reason our enemy needs to know that we are his nemesis, and he needs to know that we're not fucking going away. Yeah, I'm a Celtic fan though. Good man. Hail, hail. Cheerio 10 in a row though, eh? I have to say, give it to the Rangers. They did well this year. Have to. Unless you're unreasonable. Rocket Crops, thank you. Yep, thanks for Rockies. Thanks for everyone. Yeah, I'm proud of the Rangers and Celtic rivalry. No, some people think it's like, don't do it. I think it's brilliant. I love the banter. I think it's one of my favourite things about Scotland. Did I miss the Dalai Lama story? No, we didn't quite make it to 1,000 concurrent viewers, so it didn't happen. And chat won't let me leave, so I can't leave. I framed the first check of my business, and I'm going to get a GME cart printed and frame it after the MOAS. Yeah, fucking right, mate. Certification, GME cert printed. Yeah, do it, mate. That's Daniel. I'm sure he will, because he's, like we said, Big Bags Daniel's going to deserves a number of them. You could wallpaper your fucking house with them, mate. We ain't leaving. Yeah, none of us are leaving. I'm not even leaving this chat though. I want to. There's joke. Rocket Cross joking. Hey, there's KK King. And I can't read all the messages. You see all the calls. He's having a conversation, as he does, because he's such a lovely, bloody lovely guy, and has been since the first time I interacted with him on the internet. K King, absolute legend there. Thanks so much for tuning in and being around. A nice guy. Call him a friend. Who else is there? Hunter Thompson, I recognise your name. You're very, very good in chat. And I love everything you say. I read your messages, I read your comments, I read everything that people say. You know, I'll read the comments, and I try to respond to them all. But last night I was absolutely exhausted, and then I was reading all the other things on Reddit, and there's just so much to read all the time. It's difficult to respond all the time to people, so I have to prioritize messages and stuff, and then I feel bad, and I hate this parasocial thing and that. So like then I say stupid things like add me on Instagram, which then gets more messages, but at least I'm able to see who it is that I'm talking to. So if you want to do that, do it, and if you don't, I totally understand. Not like I spend a lot of time on Instagram during the day. So yes, thanks very much, chat. Thanks very much to everybody, in particular Rocky, brought me onto YouTube, inspired me to do this stuff, saved my life on a number of occasions, and is the main motivation for all the good that I do in the world. He's an absolute legend. Check out his channel, Rocky Outcrop. You can find better videos on TA than I do there, so you'll love it. If you're here, you'll love that. And if you any contribution that you would ever want to give to me, that would be the biggest one you could do, would be hopping over there and following him. So thanks very much. And obviously we had an intro from ApeAndy, featuring ApeAndy. That was brilliant. We all liked that. We could also end on the Be Kind thing, because why not? It's only 60 seconds long, right? And we could just end on it. Like it's fucking easy, isn't it? We'll just end on GME. Like I'll have to do this so you'll see the screens come up. Oh no, flashing around, changing. There he is. Look at that. Those three guys. That's Begbie, that's Sick Boy, and that's Renton. And I always was sad that Bud wasn't in that scene. But anyway, what am I talking about? Nobody cares about that, Jamie. Oh yeah, I was going to put on the shorts. This is what I was going to do. We don't have to hear from that company, because we believe them to be slightly unethical, but that's just my opinion, Don't say we, say me, I. Anyway, here we are, and back to the start. We're going to finish on this, if it works and it's on stream. Yes, it is. Here's us, and there's that. I see. So, chat. Chatty. Boom. Oh look, there is Tradespotting. There's the Tradespotting. Thanks very much for tuning in, everybody. Like, I've made it bigger now, and you can all see me better, and I can see you guys exactly the same. And I don't want to be too big for this, because it makes me seem like I'm the message. Shit, I'm going to go back smaller again. Anyway, this is me. if you've never seen me this size before, this is me. This is me, the scale model now. That's me actually. If I was in front of you, I'd be the exact same size that you're looking at me there. So, right, that's me. And on to the ending scene. Farewell, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We are strong because we are kind. Does this work like this? I can't see. I should have to move it over. If I make it full screen, it probably doesn't work. Fuck it, I'll do it. No, I won't, because I'll make mistakes. Ah! Here we go, guys. We exist for each other. Some things are up to us. Others taken from us against our will. Friendship, opportunities, reputation. We control our focus. We can set it on how to drive us forward. We can be the ape that helps another. If we're wise, we feel our problems, then overcome them. We focus on the things we can control. We are strong, but we are kind. There you have it. Earn it, folks. And you earn it by being nice to each other. Peace and love. See you tomorrow.